guys, so today I'm going to do a get ready with me video as well as answer some Q&A questions that you guys had for me. I reached out in December to get questions from you guys to do a Q&A, and December was super hectic and crazy busy, so I finally have a chance now to do it. So I have my phone here with all of the questions and I have my makeup. Jackson is taking a nap. I turned the volume down really low so you guys don't have to hear the sound machine in the back. I do apologize for that in previous videos, but let's just get started. I'm not going to go through everything I'm doing. All the products will be listed down below. So the first question I have here is, how did you and your husband meet? So me and my husband actually met back in high school, freshman year, first period. So I didn't really notice him at first. He noticed me. It was an earth science class. I can't remember the teacher's name. My husband probably does. He sat behind me. He was the kid that was like always asleep. It was first period, first semester in freshman year of high school. So he was like always asleep. And I noticed him whenever I had to turn my back and give him like a paper test or whatever. And he called me Aaron. That was my first memory with him. One of my friends was running for class president, and I gave him a sticker to vote for Aaron, and he, in his mind, thought my name was Aaron. So for a while he called me Aaron. So freshman year for us here starts in August. So come around October, homecoming, I wanted him to ask me to homecoming. Like, it was starting to turn into one of those things where you would want to go to school early and you wouldn't want to have an appointment or anything like that, and you would pretty much run to your first period so I could see him and he could see me. And we just ended up talking, things like that. So homecoming, I wanted him to ask me to homecoming, and I would do things like, oh, are you gonna go to the football game? He'd be like, no, I don't really care about football, all that kind of stuff. And then I would be like, oh, well, me and my friend are going. Are you guys going with him and his friend that he was sitting next to in class? And he never got the hint. So no, I did not go to homecoming my first year with him. I went with a bunch of girlfriends and got danced on by some random like older high schooler boys, which I wasn't a fan of. But November 1st was when he asked me in our official first date. I think maybe November 1st was when he asked me to be his girlfriend. So I actually asked him first. My church was having another dance and I just did it. And I was like, do you want to go to this dance with me? And he said, no, I'm not big into dances. And then he said, well, do you want to go on a date? And from there, that is kind of how we started, was freshman year of high school. Little did he know, he went to Winterfest, which is like the winter dance, that spring, and then he's been to every dance in high school since then and dances in college. And we dated long distance from junior year of high school through college, and he went to all the dances. Sometimes he went to 2 homecomings, sometimes he went to 2 Winterfest. So hate to tell him, but him not wanting to go to that first homecoming, he would be going to a ton. So that's how we met. And yeah, we've been dating for a long time, or together for a long time. Next year we will be 14 years together, and that is super big for us because we were 14 when we met each other and started dating. So that's kind of like our big year of half of our lives being together. It's ridiculous, crazy. I still love him so much, and we've been through so much together. It's just a whirlwind. And now we have a son who is asleep, but yeah, crazy. Next question was, how was pregnancy experience like? Any cravings? So I did a bunch of pregnancy vlogs on my channel, so I will leave them down below for you guys who are interested. Pregnancy wasn't too bad. I remember getting a lot of Charlie horses. Pretty much that was like the worst, and hip pain things like that, but nothing like too crazy. Pregnancy cravings. I remember eating bean and cheese tacos a lot when I was pregnant. I pretty much had it like 4 out of 7 days. I would eat bean and cheese tacos, but I don't really remember anything super, like I didn't have any weird pregnancy cravings or anything like that. Oh, one of the big ones I remember was I wanted a chocolate frosty from Wendy's. And I waited, this was the slowest Wendy's, I hate this Wendy's, and I waited over an hour for that chocolate frosty, and it was so good. And it was like, when I was so close to ordering, I was telling myself, I was like, if their ice cream machine's broken, I will flip a gasket. But luckily, it was working. So yeah, so I just remember frosty, that frosty, and like nothing else really weird. But check out my pregnancy videos down below if you guys are interested. What made you want to vlog? So for me, I started vlogging actually before I was pregnant. And why I wanted to vlog, it's a really good question. I love, as a kid, watching home videos, and I remember I think we were going to Disney World, and that was something really big for when I started vlogging, and I wanted to remember that time and experience with my husband and different vacations, things like that. So I started practice vlogging just my random everyday life, and it just kind of spiraled from there. I haven't done vlogs here on my channel since 2019. I did Vlogmas for a little bit where I kind of put up a video every day, but I didn't vlog and post it like everybody else every other day. But I did that. But yeah, so pretty much for me, vlogging is a way for me to remember. My husband would say I have a really bad memory. But I liked to, as a kid, watch home videos, and I want to kind of have these videos for me and my family to look back. Now, there's a lot of different views of putting your kid on YouTube and online, but honestly, for me, it's the best way to share with friends and family, and easy way for me to look back on it without it getting lost in some folder somewhere on your computer. And even when I get like DVDs are now out of style, so things like that. VHSs are out of style. We don't even have something we can play a VHS. Our TVs just don't have the adapter for it. So for me, YouTube is the best way for me to go about my home videos. And I hope you guys like the vlogs. They don't get a lot of views, but I really do them just for me and my family. What is my main goal with my channel? Is just to share real life experiences with you. It started off as pure project painting. So I have been watching YouTube for a very, very long time. And it's something that I always wanted to do. And then I started watching a bunch of beauty people where I would purchase a lot of beauty products, not beauty makeup. And that kind of spiraled, and I had a ton of makeup. So I found this community through like Empty's videos called Project Painters. And from there, that's where my love of project painting started. And I really like it because I have lost some really good makeup just due to expiration and not being able to truly use them. And it just gives me a good mindset to really use and appreciate the items that I have. That is where my channel kind of started, and I still in project painting. I still really love to use the products that I have, but it's not a sole focus for this channel anymore. Ever since I got pregnant, when I was vlogging, I started doing more lifestyle mommy kind of videos. So really it's just a good outlet for me to share my thoughts and opinions and my experiences with you guys. I know for me, I watch a lot of mommy vloggers out there. I watch a lot of project painters, and I watched a lot of like those pregnancy updates, things like that. And so just for me, I like to film what I like to watch, and if they get good traction, that's awesome. If not, so be it. But these are things that I would like to share with you guys, and I hope you like it. But really my main goal, back to the question, for the channel is just to have a good outlet to share information with you guys. Hope you guys find it helpful, and yeah, just give me something for me that I look forward to doing. So this next one comes from the Good Life Explorers here on YouTube. And they say, what is the best parenting advice you've ever received? So probably for me, the best parenting advice is to be flexible and just adjust. There's so many rules out there for parenting and being a mom and being a dad, and it's kind of ridiculous. All of the expectations and the requirements and things you need to do for your kid. Honestly, try something out, regardless if it's sleeping, food, playtime, whatever. Try something out, and if it works, that's awesome. If it doesn't, try something new. And you don't even have to do something once every day kind of thing. You can just, if it's not working, just try something else. Just be very, very flexible. Adjust to the environment, adjust to your baby, and just kind of go with the flow. Do what you believe in, your instincts, and you'll be fine. But yeah, really that's kind of the best advice that I received and I would give, is just to go with the flow. Things don't work out, brush it off, try something new, and it's always changing. My son is always growing, always learning, developing. Something that worked 10 minutes ago may not work again when that situation comes up again. Next thing is, what are other names I considered for my son? So a couple of other names that I considered, well, me and my husband considered, was my husband's name is John, so we thought of John here, but I wasn't super fan of juniors. My dad is a junior, and later in life it kind of turns into a problem with credit cards. It turns into a problem with Netflix accounts. My grandfather tried to cancel his Netflix account, but he canceled my dad's Netflix account because they didn't look into the junior or senior, and they canceled the wrong account. So things like that I was thinking of in the future. We also thought of Justin, Isaac, and just different J names. We also really liked Jackson. I also really liked Connor. Connor was a big name for me. It was one of my first like boy friends growing up, like when I was like 2, 3. So I really like that name, but yeah, we went with Jackson instead. Oh, and that other names to consider was from Jackie of All Things Domestic. So I have a bunch of questions here from Power Panner on Instagram. It says, which items do you like to pan the most and least? What I like to pan and what is easy to pan may be different. So the things I like to pan the most, for me, I love to pan eyeshadows and lip products. Now, eyeshadows and lip products for me are the hardest to pan, but they're what I have probably the most quantitatively in my collection, and it's something that brings me joy when I finish it up. But do I finish a lot of eyeshadows and lip products throughout the year? No, I don't. I try and pan that palette. Ooh, I made it too dark. Every year. This year I picked a palette that was oldest in my collection, like I typically do, and it didn't work out. But I am now panning this palette, which you guys saw me apply on my eyes. This is the Too Faced Le Grande Chateau. And yeah, I've already, since I shared that video with you guys, I've already hit pan on the top shade. So I'm working on these 4 shades right there in the blush, but that's kind of my favorite to pan, is eyeshadows and lip products. I tried to do past 2 years a lip product pan, and they did not end. Last year it didn't end that well. I didn't even film a finale because it was so bad, but the year before wasn't too bad. This year I'm just kind of trying to focus on just using more lip products. That was kind of my issue with last year, because I did have a newborn. I was kind of cautious about lip products. Now I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, so favorite things to pan are eyeshadows and lip products. Least favorite things to pan are nail polishes. I just don't paint my nails. I have so much, but I decluttered so much when we were moving, so I really need to try and use them, at least paint my nails, see if I even really like these shades like I think I do. But yeah, nail polishes are the least. I always had them last year in rolling project pans, and I never really could use them. What is my favorite theme project pan I ever did? I really love the Christmas themed project pans that I do. I've done 12 pans of Christmas twice, and I've also done last year the Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree project pan, and I would say that intro video was one of the best videos and my favorite videos I've ever made. Just singing with my son. I can't wait to look back on that video next year when he is a year and almost a half old, or almost 2 years old, I guess, by that time. Ugh, so crazy. But yeah, that was favorite themed project pan. Do I read books to Jackson? If so, what are my favorite? My favorite, I read books to him all the time. He's actually in the stage where he likes to flip the page, and it's super cute. So my favorite books, we have a ton. I don't like to reread books a lot. I mean, like consecutively every day. But I really like the Pout Pout Fish. I really like, we have this like Winnie the Pooh series. If you guys know me, we love Winnie the Pooh. That's like a learning series. I really like reading those. That's Not My Books. Like That's Not My Bee, That's Not My Panda, things like that. Those are really fun because they can grab and pet and do all that kind of stuff. So those are nice. And then my other one is Mr. Brown Can Moo, which is a Dr. Seuss book. You kind of have different sounds with it, so it's really fun. He likes to smile and laugh when I moo and buzz and all that kind of stuff, so that is my favorite books right now to read him. So those were all from Power Panner. Thanks, girl, for reaching out with those questions. Next thing is from my mom. She says, what are the things you have learned about being a stay-at-home mom? Honestly, it's a lot of, you have to schedule your time. You have to prioritize your time. You don't have as much time, free time, as you did before. I do believe it's hard both for working moms and stay-at-home moms. I don't think one job is harder than the other, but just constantly being there and trying to give your full attention to your child and try and get things done is super difficult. Because I really want to give him all of my time and energy and have him bounce. My son loves to move, loves to bounce, loves to stand right now, so I'm always getting an arm workout. But finding time to multitask and do things around the house while playing with him, or try and keep him entertained while doing things, has been pretty challenging. So learning how to prioritize what I can do in the short amount of time that I can do it in has been a key thing for me. Also, probably another thing is just to let some things go. There's some things in my mind before I had my son that I needed everything to look perfect, do everything before I go to bed, things like that. But sometimes I just have to let things go to bed and get some sleep for the next day and just push it off. I also learned as being a stay-at-home mom that you don't sit around at home all day. I kind of knew that going in, and for me, that's not the type of stay-at-home mom I wanted to be. I want to make sure to take Jackson out, go to play dates, go work out, go on walks, things like that. So sometimes my days are extremely busy and I don't have any free time to even be at home and chill with him, which is really great, but it's something I don't think I expected when I was becoming a stay-at-home mom. I figured I would be at home more, but really I'm out and about more in the world and more socializing than I probably did in working and before being a mom, which is awesome, but it's kind of tiring and crazy at the same time. Ever since I got this little deluxe sample of the Charlotte Tilbury, it's been my favorite. Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. Oh my gosh, so awesome. I'm buying full size. Okay, so now I can totally just talk to you guys. So it says, would you ever consider doing the men's game or other minimalism challenges? For me, no. I have watched the Marie Kondo stuff like everyone else has on Netflix, but before then I really have moved every 2 years and had different life situations that happen. So I have been decluttering as I go. For project panning, that has taught me to really look at things I have and just start decluttering. If I try something and I apply something on and I don't like it, I'm one to just get rid of it and pass it on to my mom, sister, friends, family, things like that. So for me, I'm not gonna do a minimalism thing. I started folding and doing things the Marie Kondo way, and I'm starting to think of, is it really gonna benefit me in the future like she suggests? And I have been starting to declutter some more stuff, but I don't think it's something that I'm gonna do a challenge on. What advice would you give to new project panners? I honestly would say start panning your oldest items. I would start making a spreadsheet of everything, or inventory of everything that you have in your collection. Spreadsheets are easy for me to manage. You don't have to cross things through. You can delete them. It constantly will give you the oldest item. Just start putting all of your items in. If you don't know how old they are, you can guesstimate. If you do, if you don't at all, then just put that date and just start working on your oldest items in your collection. If it's bad, throw it out. If it's not what you're loving, don't waste your time and get rid of it. But honestly, I would try and focus on your oldest items. You can use your new items here and there sparingly like I do, but I like getting through the oldest items in my collection. That way I know I have all this other newer stuff that I really have only used a little bit, and it helps me in the mindset, do I really want to keep this? Do I really want this in my collection compared to using this other item? So that's my biggest advice for you guys, is just look into your oldest items. Is it worth your time? You've already spent that money. Is it bad? Throw it out. And with that kind of mindset, you buy less things because you know how much you already have, know how much you need to use up in order to use other things. So it'll just help your spending and help you just to get rid of a bunch of stuff, in my opinion and from my experience. What YouTube channels do you watch? Oh my goodness, so many. I watch a lot of YouTube. I will do a video of my favorite project panners, my favorite mommy lifestyle videos very soon. I don't want to put them all in this video. This video is kind of quite long, and that will be a long video or two, so I will get back to you on that. What brands have you been wanting to try but haven't yet? Still really haven't tried any ColourPop eyeshadows, which is crazy. Other than that, I don't have a need to really try any specific brands. I really like the things I have in my collection. Every now and then I'll go into the store and try different things, but for me, I've tried a lot of brands through the past couple years on my channel and just in life in general, and there's no one brand besides ColourPop. I do have like an eyeliner, but I wouldn't count that as trying the brand that I would try. What was the most surprising part of becoming a mom for you? Probably the most surprising part about becoming a mom for me was knowing that I had it in me, and knowing that we do have the intuition to try and figure out and make our babies happy. I was watching a ton of YouTube videos, listening to a bunch of parenting things, and yes, he's only 10 months old, but I'm really surprised at how well I can adjust. Again, another thing of advice, but adjust and just kind of learn and figure out what he wants. And honestly, for him, he is a fantastic baby and I love him so much. Majority of time when he's with me, if he's crying, it's hungry or sleep. Those are pretty much the two things that it is with him. So it's been pretty easy, and just learning different things to do with him and just take him out, and yeah, just knowing that I know what's best for my baby and trusting that. I blended that says, have you thought about having other children? Oh my goodness, this question. So yes, me and my husband would like to have more children. We are gonna wait a couple more years though before we start trying again. I am back on the pill for you guys interested, but yeah, we are taking care of that. We don't want another one really soon, but in the future hopefully we will have another child. Classic Ashley, you have 4 hours all to yourself. What do you do? Oh my goodness. Okay, if I had 4 hours all to myself, I would probably get some tropical smoothie, come home, and just have like a pamper session and like a Netflix binge. That sounds like so nice. I would do a face mask, do a full like wash your face, exfoliate, tone, like the whole shebang, take a bubble bath. I would like blow dry my hair, curl my hair, play with my makeup, have a face mask, just chill for 4 hours and not have to worry about if he's hungry, if he is being played with, things like that. That would be so nice to just have 4 hours to just chill and not think, is he gonna wake up in 10 minutes? Will he need me in 10 minutes? Should I paint my nails? Or is that such a bad idea because they're gonna be wet when he's screaming for me? So that's kind of the main reason why I don't paint my nails, is because I'm afraid that they're gonna be wet and he's gonna need me. So yeah, so that was a great question, but I know I could do that probably every night, but I'm so worried that he's gonna need me that I just don't relax and take that time. I'll do like here and there, kind of like wash my face, things like that, but normally I don't do it, the whole shebang. Advice to my younger self is just be confident, don't worry about other people, just don't worry about what makes you happy and strive for what you want and work hard for what you want. Just do what you want, don't worry about other people, and be yourself. What's your favorite thing about being a stay-at-home mom? My favorite thing is being able to see and watch him grow. I'm so happy and lucky that I can spend the day with my son, take him to different experiences, have him learn, have him grow, watch him pull up on a surface for the first time, watch him crawl for the first time, see his smile and eyes lighten up when he is happy. Things like that makes me so lucky and happy to be a stay-at-home mom and spend time with him. Speaking of which, he just woke up from his nap. So I'm gonna bring him in to answer the rest of these questions. This is Jackson, if you guys haven't met him. It's still kind of late morning time, so we haven't gotten our, you see everything? He's like, there's mirrors and makeup. I know. So he might be looking this way because that's him in the reflection. But yeah, this is Jackson, my 10-month-old son. And yeah, I was just talking about the best parts about being a stay-at-home mommy. Yeah, I get to spend all day with you. Yeah. I get to see you grow up. Yes, I do. Yeah. Okay, let's see what the next questions are. Do I see myself going back to work in the future? Great question. So for me, I want to be there for Jackson specifically until he is in a 5-day program at school, which means kindergarten for me. I plan for preschool maybe doing a 1 day while he's 1. I'm actually going to a like preschool walkthrough tomorrow just to kind of check it out. I'm not 100% sure if I want to do it, but I do like when he gets more socialized. It might be nice to have 3 hours a week to do whatever I need to do, errands wise, cleaning wise, without having to worry about him. But yeah, so when he's 2, I want to do a 2-day program, 3-day, 4, just to kind of start incorporating that into him. So once he's in kindergarten, I will be more susceptible to going back to work. I didn't really make that much money when I was working anyway, so we'll see how it goes. But we'll probably have another little one running around that time that I will be staying at home for. So it's not in the foreseeable future. If it happens and I need to go back for financial reasons, then I will totally do that. But for right now, and my family, we are really thankful that I am able to stay home. And that was from Maureen. FTC MUA, have you ever received PR? And how do companies approach you for PR? So I have received PR. I got a bunch of PR from Juice Beauty. What was it, like 2 years ago, and they actually contacted me through email. I have a PO box and they sent me some stuff, and I wasn't required to do a video or talk about them on my channel, just they wanted me to try it out, and I did talk about it a little bit, but I really wasn't that big of a fan of it, so they probably didn't like my videos because I had them in like declutter videos and products I don't like kind of videos. So since then I haven't gotten any other PR. I get Influencer, which is free for everyone. I'll leave it down below for you guys interested. You just kind of link your social accounts to it, and from there they send you random products to try out, which I've been failing at reviewing them, so they're gonna block me from doing it. But yeah, I have received PR that way. I'm probably gonna close my PO box. I don't really get anything besides Similac coupons now for baby stuff, but yeah, so I have received them. They just normally email me. I've tried reaching out to them, haven't received anything. And actually, for my account, it doesn't work because I don't get 1,000 views per video. So I'm not a project painter who gets that, because I do fun videos in between my project painting, or fun videos that I like in between. So last question is, what is my favorite place I've ever been and ever visited and want to visit? So favorite place I've ever been, I don't know, I feel like there's like an answer I want to tell you, but then there's like a true answer. True answer for me is Disney World, Universal Studios. I love going to theme parks with my family and my husband. It's something that we really enjoy doing, and we can't wait to go next year. We plan on going to Disney next year for Jackson around Christmas time, hopefully. But yeah, that is the true answer, but I feel like I need to be like, oh, when I went to London or Cancun, because it's out of the country. I do love those trips. We're going back to Cancun in a couple of weeks, me and my husband. So yeah, we're going back to Cancun. We love Cancun. That's our favorite kind of beach destination besides Myrtle Beach. London was a really fantastic trip with my family too, but all in all, you can't go wrong with Disney World and Universal Studios. They're just so fun, and I can't wait to share it with this little one. Yeah. Well, that is it for my get ready with me. He just woke up from a nap, so we are going to go get ready. It is about lunchtime-ish, so we need to go let Suki out. We need to get dressed. We need to, what do we need to do? We need to eat something, eat some lunch. And then my in-laws, his grandma and papa, are gonna come visit, and we're gonna just have a good day. So thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe, and we will talk to you in our next video. Say bye. Say bye. Say bye. No, this way. Look at this camera. Say bye. There's so many of me around. Bye, guys.